Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, Lady D Psychic. This will be my weekly video that I do every week where I look at the transits coming up for the week ahead and we do a card reading and also a channel as well. So with this week, the big thing will be on the 20th or 20th for me. I'm in Australia, Sydney, where we do have Chiron. I call it the planet of pain. People call it the wounded healer. I call it pain. It's moving from Aries into Taurus. So that will be the big highlight of the week. I'll go into more into that in a moment. We've also got on the 21st, we've got the Sun, which will be in sextile to Chiron, and then on the 25th, we're going to have Venus, which will be in tri to Saturn. So Venus in tri to Saturn can be positive. That I feel like that's going to be like a positive, and it comes to any issues coming up with relationships and finances. You're able to. I feel like I feel like those transits are kind of resilient. It helps you to bounce back through them, trying to find a solution, not let it bother you so much, and it's like you can recoup what you lost. I feel like with that transit, we do have Venus that is in Leo now, so it's all about being creative, thinking. I feel like it's also about thinking outside the box as well, but also embracing being more social, having more of a positive outlook on things. We've got Saturn that is still in Aries as well. So when we got that Chiron, so that Chiron moving its way from Aries into Taurus. So this is going to create a little bit of instability. It'll be there for about 4 months. In September, it moves back into Aries. And then next year in April, it will move back into Taurus. And that is where it will stay. We got there for a few years around. It's been in Aries since 2018-19. So it stays there for a while, and it will be staying there for a while. So what we've got coming up with this transit, what it will affect when we're looking at Taurus, we're looking at what we value. It is going to be looking at money. It's going to be looking at earthly things, our self-worth. So what this is, your confidence as well, food, agricultural, land, property, the body and physical well-being, as what personal values. So where we're coming in, what you may notice with this, it is going to create a wound or pain with those issues coming up. So it could be like financial anxieties resurfacing. Could be also reassessing spending habits may come on. So I feel like people are going to be less spending on luxury items or bougie items. I feel like the brand name things people may like tone it down, and I feel like that's already sort of been happening. Concerns about around housing affordability also is going to come up. Um, you might find a healing on self-esteem possibly, and there could be alternative approaches coming to health and well-being, becoming more mainstream as well. And I feel like you might get a taster, and then more things will happen next year when it's sort of in there for the long haul. So just to give you a bit of what happened last time. So last time it was in Taurus, it was in 1976 to 1984. So we had a lot of economic instability with that. And we also had like also inflation coming up. So you had high interest rates, cost of living pressures, concerns around financial security. Also had this also circulated in some countries, seeing extremely high interest rates in the early 80s. So I know Australia did have some high interest rates. There was a shift in the housing market, I believe, in the 70s and 80s, from when the government sort of had control of the housing and moved it to more of a private sector, and that has created it hasn't been good, and it has created like a wound. So there could be more of exposure to that. You might see government taking things back, or there's a shift here. I kind of feel like housing prices will be going down more than going up. And when I've been saying so that, people have been laughing at me. And the reason why I've been saying that house prices are going to go down more than up is because, number one, with this Chiron moving into Taurus, it is going to create a wound. It's going to create some sort of financial pressure on our living standards. We've also got a Mercury retrograde coming up in Cancer as well, which Cancer rules housing. And Leo, for last year, when we've got this rise, especially this last year, this rise in the housing market has been with Jupiter in Cancer, and it is coming out then the end of the month and going into Leo, which does not rule housing. So you've got all the things that have been fluctuating and making things going up one by one. I felt these three things is going to make a pressure down, and the house prices have been cooling. My guides have been telling me that the house prices have been cooling, which they have been. There's been houses in the market for months now that I have seen, and I feel like you'll see things start to fall and go down. So I know there was also concerns around food and farming last time as well. There were food costs, the cost of living went up. We also had there's also an oil crisis too last time, and we've had that before it is again. With this war that happened in Iran and this peace deal that's been made, I don't see it sticking. I keep on seeing, like, asking my guides, is it going to stick? And I don't see it sticking. So I feel like that there's going to be I kind of feel like Israel, someone's going to be stirring the pot here, and I kind of feel like things are going to escalate or blow up again. Um, Saying there's going to be an issue with land values going up. I feel like it is going to take away what we value, and it is going to create wounds or pains around that area. It is going to create instability because Taurus is like everything to be nice and stable, and having Chiron going in there is going to make a little bit of instability there. So um, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to coming up over these next 4 months. We'll see how it goes. The sextile we got to Chiron on the 21st is gonna be positive. There's a sense of something sort of healing in your life as well. There could be a sense of struggle with certain reality and insecurities coming up. And it could be that you're looking for a way out of things. You might be feeling a lot of the financial pressure or different pressures as well when this comes up. But on a side note, we do have positive. So by the end of the week, we do have some positive aspects to Venus. It's not in the exact tries, but we do also have a try to Neptune, and that's also with Mercury as well. And we're kind of starting to have the oppositions coming into Pluto, which is bringing a big transformation. And I feel like how you see the world, and how you're seeing your reality and how you're seeing things fit. Um, there's a lot of things coming up to reflect on. So when we come back next week, we're going to be heading into the Mercury retrograde. Uh, it's and I feel like we're all gearing up ready for this Venus retrograde happening later in the year in October. So I feel like this is just like it's like we're trying things. I see this as we're trying things. It's like a taste of things to come. And I feel like there are going to be some people that are going to struggle with this transit, and other people who are going to, the people that try and stay calm and see things as they are and take it as they come, we'll see. I feel like next year is when we're going to see more job losses next year. And I feel like right now everyone's in a delusion of where things are heading. But I feel like it's like a taste of what's coming up over the next 4 months, but the reality may not hit until next year of what actually is coming, is what I feel. Okay, so let's go to the cards. So see what cards am I gonna do this week? Let's have a look here. Let's think which cards take my fancy. I always have my main cards here with me when I do. Um, hmm. Okay, the superhero ones are staring out to me. So let's get out the Marvel deck. All right, let's see what cards we're coming out for this week. Let's have a look here. I just feel like to me it's like cracking the whip. So I feel like this is going to be a boss, someone who's got authority. He's going to be wanting to keep you busy, or could be a sense of being a bit demanding. I feel like with the weather's in Australia next week, it's going to get really cold. I feel like we've been quite blessed. It hasn't been like extremely cold, but I think it's about to change. I feel like we're going to get some grumpiness this week too. People around you are going to be a little bit grumpy. I feel like the expectations are going to be too high. And I feel like that they are going to expect or demand a lot of you. I feel like there's I feel like you need to find your peace within this week, like an inner peace to deal with the hostileness of people being just a little bit too demanding. Um, and it could be it's more about your intuition. So I feel like it could be a sense of more listening to your intuition than what people are telling you and going. That's like me, I talk to people and I tell them house prices going down, and everybody says to me they never go down, they always go up. I'm like, well, that's not true. It's like what people perceive is going to happen may not happen. And it might be including myself with the house prices. But, you know, um, we'll see what happens. It couldn't be like a security blanket. Like people think that, it's like if someone has like a lucky charm, it's like you don't like it's only gonna get lucky if you have that lucky charm on you. So I feel like there even could be a sense of needing like a something you think you need it, but you may not need it here. I do feel like this week could be about team effort. It's coming up as well around you. I feel like that it's a lot of say sense of power, but I feel like there is a sense here of like you're in your beginning, perhaps like learning something new. I feel like it is a time for change. I feel like there can be a warped sense of reality also coming in as well. Um, it's like you're doing a good job. What I kind of feel this week is going to be all about is that there's going to be like authority or someone power, like in power, like a manager or someone who's going to be a bit bossy, going to get a bit aggro or temper, maybe flaring high up. But there's this thing of like you need something to keep you safe. You need something to keep to make everything feel very stable. But in actual fact, you don't actually need that thing at all. I do feel like that you're trying to creates a success. You're trying to create a reality, but you need to be in a partnership here where there has to be a team effort. So you can't do it all by yourself. But I do feel like that there at the same time there's this underlying current of feeling like you're doing a good job, but you've got this positive of under whenever you've got the panic coming up top, but underneath that you do feel calm. You feel like you're going to do well, you are doing well. You feel like that there is a turnaround here, but like you just got to keep going, keep pushing, keep going. And it's like about not making excuses, just keep going. And when one door closes, it's about trying to find another door to open. You know, um, but I do feel like collaboration or partnership may be the way that you're having to do things. I feel like doing things on yourself may be a little bit hard this week, and that you do need to ask for help, some peace, or some kind of understanding, is what I kind of feel. Say let's look. I'll do my channel, and we'll go. And it's like when I say determined, like even though we've got some of these planets, and it is going to bring about some instability and things that are not great, but it's about keep showing up, keep trying, not giving up, being determined. I've got a Capricorn moon, so I know all about that. I do it all the time. I've been trying to think of ways to collaborate with other people, to do events and things. And I met someone last year who they they did like events to do like a girls' day out shopping. And anyway, I thought it'd be a good thing to collaborate. And they hadn't done it for a while with due to their own personal circumstances, which is fine. Everyone does everything differently. But then, because I was thinking like this would be a good thing to collaborate, trying to give ideas and stuff. Anyway, um, it just I don't think it's going to go ahead, and it's like even though that door is probably going to close, um, because I feel like you got to have a vision. this, and I'm very creative. I'm very good at thinking up things. I'm very resourceful, but I think I can't be thinking of everything here. So it's about me. That door's going to close, which is fine. About me looking at somewhere else and looking at a new possibility or a new collaboration. So I feel like it's very important in the times that are coming up to have a plan B, or being resourceful, and having these ideas that if this is path that I'm going at the moment, if it may not work out for me, where am I going to go next? I think it's where the times that we're going to be going into, especially when we're coming into next year, where things feeling really unstable. I just feel like the people that will make it, it's about trying new things or having a plan B, and and just have wits about you, and just know what's happening about you. Okay, that's what I kind of feel like with the cards, and that's what I feel like what's coming up ahead with people. Okay, all right, let's do a channel to see what's coming up this week. Let's have a look here. This week is going to be full of surprises for you all. For you all think that one door hasn't opened, it will open for you all of a sudden. There'll be something that's going to be coming back into your life, something you thought had been dead or had lost or was never going to come back again. For you'll hear back from someone that you haven't heard from a long while, and this person will come back into your reality, into your fold. There'll be excitement, there'll be a sense of relax, there'll be a sense of grief, but also a sense of renewness. You're all going to feel a sense of relief, but a sense of new things, but also a sense of why are they here? Why do they come back in all this time? For you are going to seem like things have been unstable and nothing seems to be getting better, but this week is going to be a real turnaround for you all. For this thing that comes back from the past may not be a person, it may be an item, it may be something that you had wished for in the past that comes back. You'll hear back from something, whether it be something that you value or someone in person. Think outside the box. Do not expect the best thing to come true. This will be a surprise for you all. It'll be a sudden thing, and it'll be something that you least expected. For something that you've been trying to create, something you've been trying to bring into your life, finally the ease is off, the pressure is off, and things are starting to see through. For there is going to be a great instability in the world that is going to be coming up on Monday. And Monday is going to bring in shocks in the way through systems through the earth and through different countries. It is how you all stand by each other is the way you'll get through it. For this war is not over and it is about to ramp up again. So you do not relax, do not think that everything is at calm. For Monday you will see a new light, new day, new dawn, and things will be different once again. This world is not going to stop changing, and you're going through some rapid changes at the moment. But look forward to your surprise this week. It will come as you least expect it. Do not expect what you expect. Expect the unexpected, and then you'll be much surprised. So where I am this week. So this weekend I'm at Central Coast. So I will be at Chaos to Calm on Saturday. It's tomorrow. So if you do want a reading there, I'll put it in the comment section so you can book in there, because I'm there on the 17th of July after today. And then Sunday I'm at the Mystic Moon Market. It's in the Central Coast Leagues at Gosford. It is from 12 to 5. So I will be there doing readings as well. And my events after that. So I will be going to Flamingos Live on the 17th of July. So the dinner and show event coming up there. We only have one cabin left for Psychics at Sea. So if you want to join us in January 2027, one cabin left. That's going to be a lot of fun. We're doing some different crime stories, forensic mediumship. I've also done a video on that series, The Crash on Netflix, the documentary. So I will be putting that up today or over the weekend, editing that video and putting it up. And I was going to try and do some horoscopes on the weekend as well, getting ready for that July too. And I think that's about it for now. At the end of the month, I've got some exciting news for new people in New Zealand too, and I think that's about it. So thank you for your likes, shares, and your comments, and I'll see you for my next video. So bye for now.